Hi everyone. My topic is all about activity-based costing, a tool to aid decision making. This chapter introduces the concept of activity-based costing, which has been embraced by a wide variety of organizations. What is activity-based costing? Activity-based costing is a costing method that is designed to provide managers with cost information for strategic and other decisions that potentially affect capacity and therefore fixed as well as variable cost. Activity-based costing is ordinarily used as a supplement to, rather than as a replacement for a company's usual costing system. Most organizations that use activity-based costing have two costing systems. The official costing system that is used for preparing external financial reports and the activity-based costing system that is used for internal decision-making and for managing activities. Traditional absorption costing is designed to provide data for external financial reports. In contrast, activity-based costing is designed to be used for internal decision-making. As a consequence, activity-based costing differs from traditional cost accounting in three ways. First, non-manufacturing as well as manufacturing costs may be assigned to products, but only on a cost and effect basis. Second, some manufacturing costs may be excluded from product cost. And third, numerous overhead cost pools are used, each of which is allocated to products and other cost objects using its own unique measure of activity. How costs are treated under activity-based costing? Non-manufacturing cost and activity-based costing. In traditional cost accounting, only manufacturing costs are assigned to products. Selling and administrative expenses are treated as period expenses and are not assigned to products. However, many of these manufacturing costs are also part of the cost of producing, selling, distributing, and servicing specific products. For example, commissions paid to salespersons, shipping cost, and warranty repair costs. This term is used as overhead. An overhead is referred to non-manufacturing cost as well as to indirect manufacturing cost. In activity-based costing, products are assigned all of the overhead cost, non-manufacturing as well as manufacturing, that they can reasonably be supposed to have cost. Next, manufacturing cost and activity-based costing. In traditional cost accounting systems, all manufacturing costs are assigned to products, even manufacturing costs that are not caused by the products. Manufacturing overhead includes costs such as the factory security guard's wages, the plant controller's salary, and the cost of supplies used by the plant manager's secretary. These types of costs are assigned to products in a traditional absorption costing system, even though they are totally unaffected by which products are made during a period. In contrast, activity-based costing systems do not arbitrarily assign these types of costs, which are called organization-sustaining costs, to products. Activity-based costing treats these types of costs as period expenses rather than product cost. Cost pools, allocation basis, and activity-based costing. Typically, either one plant-wide overhead cost pool or a number of departmental overhead cost pools were used to assign overhead costs to products. The plant-wide and departmental approaches always had one thing in common. They relied on allocation bases such as direct labor hours and machine hours for allocating overhead costs to products. Activity-based costing, thanks to advances in technology that make more complex cost system feasible, provides an alternative to the traditional plant-wide and departmental approaches to defining cost pools and selecting allocation bases. The activity-based approach has appeal in today's business environment because it uses more cost pools and unique measures of activity to better understand the cost of managing and sustaining product diversity. In activity-based costing, an activity is any event that causes the consumption of overhead resources, while an activity cost pool is a bucket in which costs are accumulated that relate to a single activity measure in the ABC system, while an activity measure is an allocation based in an activity-based costing system. The term cost driver is also used to refer to an activity measure because the activity measure should drive the cost being allocated. There are two most common types of activity measures. First is the transaction drivers. Transaction drivers are simple counts of the number of times an activity occurs, such as the number of bills sent out to customers, while duration drivers measure the amount of time required to perform an activity, such as the time spent preparing individual bills for customers. In general, duration drivers are more accurate measures of resource consumption than transaction drivers, but they take more effort to record. For that reason, transaction drivers are often used in practice. Traditional cost systems rely exclusively on allocation bases that are driven by the volume of production. On the other hand, activity-based costing defines 5 levels of activity. First is the unit-level activities. Activities that are performed each time a unit is produced. The cost of level activities should be proportional to the number of units produced. Second, batch-level activities. Activities that are performed each time a batch of goods is handled or processed, regardless of how many units are in the batch. The amount of resource consumed depends on the number of batches run rather than on the number of units in the batch. For example, is the tasks such as placing purchase orders, setting up equipment, and arranging for shipments to customers are batch-level activities. They are incurred once for each batch. The third is the product-level activities. The product-level activities are activities that relate to specific products that must be carried out regardless of how many units are produced and sold or batches run. For example of these activities such as designing a product, advertising a product, and maintaining a product manager and staff. Fourth is the customer level activities. These are the activities that are carried out to support customers but that are not related to any specific product. And the last one is the organization sustaining activities. These are activities that are carried out regardless of which customers are served, which products are produced, how many batches are run, or how many units are made. This category includes activities such as heating the factory, cleaning executive offices, providing a computer network, arranging for loans, preparing annual reports to shareholders. Designing an activity-based costing system. There are 3 essential characteristics of a successful activity-based costing implementation. First, top managers must strongly support the ABC implementation because their leadership is instrumental in properly motivating all employees to embrace the need to change. Second, top managers should ensure that ABC data is linked to how many people are evaluated and rewarded. And the last one, a cross-functional team should be created to design and implement the ABC system. There are 5 steps for implementing activity-based costing. First, define activities, activity cost, pools, and activity measures. This is the first major step in implementing an ABC system is to identify the activities that will form the foundation for the system. This can be difficult, time-consuming, and involves a great deal of judgment. Second, assign overhead cost to activity cost pools. Assign cost to cost pools using a first stage allocation. The first stage allocation in an ABC system is the process of assigning functionally organized overhead costs derived from a company's general ledger to the activity cost pools. First stage allocations are usually based on the results of interviews with employees who have first-hand knowledge of the activities. The third is calculate activity rates. Next, assign overhead costs to cost objects using the activity rates and activity measures. The fourth step in the implementation of activity-based costing is called second stage allocation. In the second stage allocation, activity rates are used to apply overhead costs to products and customers. And the last one is the prepare management reports. The most common management reports prepared with ABC data are product and customer profitability reports. These reports help companies channel their resources to their most profitable growth opportunities while at the same time highlighting products and customers that drain profits. Targeting process improvements. Activity-based costing can also be used to identify activities that would benefit from process improvements. When used in this way, activity-based costing is often called activity-based management. Activity-based management, or ABM, is a management approach that focuses on managing activities as a way of eliminating waste and reducing delays and defects. Activity-based management is used in organizations as diverse as manufacturing companies and hospitals. The first step in any improvement program is to decide what to improve. The theory of constraint approach discussed in Chapter 1 is a powerful tool for targeting the area in an organization whose improvement will yield the greatest benefit. Activity-based management provides another approach. The activity rates computed in activity-based costing can provide valuable clues concerning where there is waste and opportunity for improvement. Benchmarking is a systematic approach to identifying the activities with the greatest potential for improvement. It is based on comparing the performance in an organization with the performance of other similar organizations known for their outstanding performance. If a particular part of the organization performs far below the world-class standard, managers will be likely to target that area for improvement. Activity-based costing and external reports. Although activity-based costing generally provides more accurate product cost than traditional costing methods, it is infrequently used for external reports for a number of reasons. First, external reports are less detailed than internal reports prepared for decision-making. Second, it is often very difficult to make changes in a company's accounting system. And the third one, an ABC system does not conform to generally accepted accounting principles or GAAP. And last one, auditors are likely to be uncomfortable with allocations that are based on interviews with the company's personnel. The limitations of activity-based costing. Implementing an activity-based costing system is a major project that requires substantial resources. And once implemented, an activity-based costing system is more costly to maintain than a traditional costing system. Data concerning numerous activity measures must be periodically collected, checked, and entered into the system. The benefits of increased accuracy may not outweigh this cost. Activity-based costing produces numbers such as product margins that are at odds with the numbers produced by traditional costing systems. But managers are accustomed to using traditional costing systems to run their operations, and traditional costing systems are often used in performance evaluations. Activity-based costing data can easily be misinterpreted and must be used with care when used in making decisions. Costs assigned to products, customers, and other cost objects are only potentially relevant. Before making any significant decisions using activity-based costing data, managers must identify which costs are really relevant for the decision at hand. Reports generally by the best activity-based costing systems do not conform to generally accepted accounting principles. An organization involved in activity-based costing should have two cost systems, one for internal use and one for preparing external reports. That would be all, and thank you.